What is up, guys? This is Raging Mimikyu coming to you for part 3 of our 10-part series where we rate all 1008 Pokemon. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and let me know down below what is your favorite Generation 3 Pokemon. Let's get started. First off, we have a Trico. Trico is a really cool Gecko Pokemon, and frankly, I just love this Pokemon a lot. It's one of my favorite reptilian Pokemon, that aside from like Turtwig, but you know, we'll see that later on. Next up, we got Grovyle, just a cooler design. I love like the leaves it has on its like arms. It's really cool. I like that slick back hairstyle it has there. And then it just gets even better when we get onto Sceptile. Like, bro has a Christmas tree for a tail. That's fantastic. And like in the anime, I do love it a lot when Ash's Sceptile had like the little twig in its mouth. That was just really cool. Next up, we have Torchic. I just like Torchic a lot. Torchic was a great design. It's very cute for a chick Pokemon. And then we have Combuskin, who falls below, who's got like claws, and bro, Ben is ready to like scratch your eyeballs off. Just amazing. And then we have Blaziken, who in my opinion is like probably my favorite Generation 5. Well, I was gonna say Generation 5 starter. Jesus Christ. No, my favorite fire starter, if not like top 3, but it's a really cool design. Like that's the best part about Generation 3 is like all the starter designs were very solid picks. Like even Mudkip's cute, being an Axolotl and all. Like I would always choose Mudkip during my playthroughs, if not Torchic. And like even though I would love to choose Trico, I just really wish I could choose like all 3 of them because they all have great evolutions. Next up, we have a Marshtomp. Marshtomp was like not. Like, okay, so like out of everything here, Marshtomp is like not my favorite, but it's still a cool design. I'm not crazy about the color scheming for it, to be honest, and that's kind of like why I'm not much of a fan of it. But overall, it's still a pretty neat design, and I like it a lot. Next up, we have Swampert. Swampert is just great, bro. So like honestly, this is what I'm talking about. Like all the evolutions and middle stage evolutions and pre-evolutions were just like so high up. Like I love them all so much. Next up, we have usually our Route 1, well, quote-unquote Route 1 Pokemon. It's Poochyena. Poochyena's a pretty okay design. Like it's cool for a wolf. I'm just gonna like put it over here in the A tier category. I like its design a lot. I like Zangoose's design too. One of those early route Pokemon that you'll find. Like Zangoose. Linoone, for me, Linoone's more of like a C tier mon. Like I don't hate it, but like I don't like it a lot either. I just think Zigzagoon's just much better. Next up, we have excuse me. I meant to say Wurmple. Wurmple's okay. Wurmple's like a B tier Pokemon, but like I like its evolution pretty much a lot. Like Silcoon's cool. Beautifly is just a great design. I don't really like Cascoon all that much. I'm not really much of a fan of Dustox. Like honestly, trying to have a Beautifly on my team for the early game was like very stress inducing because like you had the Wurmple and then you had to like take the chance of either evolving into Cascoon or Silcoon. Now I genuinely liked having like my Pokemon start off at its first stage evolution, so like yeah, you could go to the Petalburg Woods and like get yourself a wild Silcoon or Cascoon, but I just like to raise mine from a Wurmple, so I always went through like that 50-50 coin flip. And then there was like some math behind it, but I don't really know what the math was. That would always predetermine what it would evolve into. Anyway, without further ado, we have the Lombre slash Lotad and Ludicolo line. Alright, so Lotad's pretty okay. It's cute, but I wouldn't give it an A tier ranking. Same thing with Lombre, like they're both cool designs, but like they're not A tier worthy. But Ludicolo is just funny Mexican duck. And I rate him pretty high, so I give him like the good old A tier. He was usually, if not always, on my team. Same thing with C-Dot, like I had like a lot. That's another reason why I didn't choose Trico as my starter, because most of the time I would have the Lotad or the C-Dot line on my team. With that being said, C-Dot is really cute, so I'm gonna give it the A tier category for me. I don't really like Nuzleaf all too much because of they gave it nipples, and I'm not sure why they gave it nipples, but they did. Anyway, next up is Shiftry. Shiftry is just a cool Pokemon, to be honest. Wish it had more competitive play, or like it was in this generation too, because I just love this design. Like I know Dark Grass isn't a great typing, but it's still a really cool design. Next up, everyone's early route bird Pokemon. We got Tailo. Tailo was a pretty okay. It's the mouth is just very weird. But Swellow is just so cool looking. Like, it looks so elegant, and I like Swellow a lot. I would have that as my flyer on my team for most of my gameplay. Wingle's cool, and then I have I'll put Wingle in the B tier category. And then like we put, I don't know why I just moved Shedinja. Anyway, next we have Pelipper. Pelipper was just the GOAT. I love Pelipper because I had a game where where I was frozen with Pelipper for a lot, for like 5 turns. But then as I was just about to lose, he unthaws and starts Hurricane and everything in the rain, and then we just pick up like 4 knockouts on Hurricane, and it just won me the game. Love it. Next up, we have the Ralts line. So if you were like really desperate like I was in Pokemon Emerald to try to get yourself a Ralts, you would spend a lot of time in the early route trying to look for it. And of course, if this thing went for teleport, it was game over, GG's. So I like Ralts, I like Curlia, and I just like Gardevoir a lot. I would always have these 3 Pokemon on my team as well. Like most of my team was consisted of the early route mons, because we had like Lotad, we had Ralts, we had Mudkip, Swellow, like mostly early route mons. Surskit, I never really like used Surskit too much, but I always thought it had a very cute design. So I'm gonna give it the A tier category, to be honest. Like I like Surskit and Masquerain a lot. They both have very nice bug type designs to them. Next up is Shroomish and Breloom. I'm not really a fan of Shroomish, to be completely honest. So for me, that's gonna fall into like the C tier category. But Breloom I do like a lot. It's kind of funny, mushroom head Pokemon. I mean, like, yeah, this is just a mushroom looking thing, but the Pokedox, I don't know, I'm not a fan of the Pokedox, to be completely honest. Next up, Slack Off. I remember spending a lot of time in Petalburg Woods looking for this thing. We're just gonna put this whole evolutionary line, except for Slacking, in the A tier category, because like Slack Off and Vigoroth are just so cool. Like we have Lazy, which is me, and then we have like Rage, which is also me, and then we have back to Lazy again, minus the picking of the nose. But like that sprite in Generation 3 was just I think it was Generation 3 if I'm not mistaken. If not, it was Fire Red, Leaf Green, but still considered Generation 3. Just I loved it. That's so funny. Nincada and the Nincada evolutionary line, honestly, for a bug type Pokemon, just awesome. We have a baby cicada, a cicada, and then we have dead cicada. And like, I ran this on my team for a while, minus the Ninjask, but like when we had Shedinja pretty much came in clutch until I saw the enemy decide to go for like Poison Gas, Will-O-Wisp. Like I was like, oh damn, it's GG's boys, so we're done. Bye Shedinja. But definitely not something you would want to have in a Nuzlocke, just saying, like saying right now, unless you want to take that risk. Next up, we have a Whismur. Whismur's really cute. I like Whismur a lot. B tier category for me. Loudred, not much of a fan of Loudred, to be completely honest. But Exploud is just like I could scream into my mic right now, but I would cause most of you guys like deafness. But you know, it just having its mouth open is just hilarious to me, to be completely honest. Next up, we have Makuhita. Makuhita's pretty cute. Makuhita, I give the A tier category. I'm not much of a fan of its evolutionary line of Hariyama. It's still an okay design, but I just like the cute little dumpling Makuhita, to be honest, like a lot more. Let's see. Next up, we have Azurill. Azurill is really cute. Azurill's just made a Meryl again 10 times cuter, the evolutionary line, so A tier for me. Nosepass, kind of forgettable for me, don't really use it too much. The only thing I remember is like Roxanne having one, that's just about it, but I don't hate it, and I don't like it a lot, so C tier category for me. Next up, we have Skitty and Delcatty. Skitty is just, like this generation has like so many cute mons and funny mons. I love Skitty's tail a lot, it's so cute. Delcatty on the other hand, I'm not really a feline person, so like I don't really like Delcatty all too much. It's just not, I don't know, I don't like it as much. Like if I had a Skitty, I would just tell it like, I'm never giving you a Moonstone, sorry, we're not doing that, you're gonna stay like that for the rest of your life and be cute. Sableye, the meme, the prankster Pokemon. Not really, but like he does have prankster, and I love Sableye. Sableye is such a cool design, especially like when I play in future games where he's like eating carbinks and just like hitting them, and it's like, huh, I wonder what the lore is behind that. Then you read the dex entries like he eats on carbinks, and it's like, oh, interesting. Team Sableye all the way though, to be honest. Like other than that, you would have Mawile in the other game, but Mawile is an okay design, but I wouldn't give it A tier category. It's still a cute design, to be honest overall. Next up, we have Aaron's evolutionary line. Aaron's okay. Aaron's pretty solid. Then we get like Lairon, who just gets better. Then we have Aggron, who is just like a beast with horns. Like you do not want to go into a cave and find this with no Pokeballs. Like you are gonna get railed. Not gonna lie. Next up, Meditite and Medicham. Well, I don't really like these Pokemon that much. Like they have okay designs. Maybe I'll give Medicham like the benefit of the doubt of being C tier, but not really much of a fan of Meditite, to be honest. And then we have Electrike, and then we're gonna give that the good old speed tier. It's a nice like concept of a dog. And then we have Manectric, who just looks cooler and better. I mean, it's kind of like he looks very blocky, but it's still a overall solid design. Like bro is Super Saiyan. Like come on, you cannot say this is not Super Saiyan Manectric. All right, Plusle and Minun. All right, this is gonna be a tough one. I want to know like what y'all think. Who's better? Who's cuter? Who's better? Who's cooler? Who's faster? Plusle or Minun? Me personally, I'm more team Minun because just blue is my favorite color. Plusle's still okay, but I would definitely consider it A tier category. Still a very cute designs. Next up, Volbeat and Illumise. Just Firefly and then Firefly female version, and it's like I like fireflies, but like I don't like this concept of a firefly. And like Illumise doesn't look like a firefly. I think if anything, it looks like a bee. Maybe it is a bee, and like I've been associating it with a firefly just because it's the opposite of Volbeat. But I just like Volbeat a little bit better. But I'm not really a fan of Illumise. Roselia is pretty cool. With that being said, it's okay. I like the flowers. The spikes are meant to represent the thorns and all, but it's an okay design. Just wouldn't give it the A tier category though. And then we have a Gulpin, who's just really cute and just looks tired all the time with its puckered lips. Like that's nice. As Swallow, I don't know, not much of a fan of it, to be honest, but I just like Gulpin better. Next up, we have Carvanha and Sharpedo. This evolutionary line is just so cool. Like, come on, man. A Parada and a Shark. Like, those are really good designs. Like, I mean, like, I guess, well, maybe A tier category. I guess my one concept with Sharpedo is that, like, if they made the body, like, stretch out a little bit more, it would look kind of cool. I get, like, Sharpedo is meant to be, like a shark and a torpedo. Like, I get that's the idea of it, but, like, it's, like, I don't know. I just feel like I would have preferred the full shark as opposed to like half the shark, or they still could have made it look like a torpedo if they extended the body out more. Like I think if in a Mario game they've had like a torpedo with like with a face on it, that was pretty long. Pause on that statement, by the way. But overall, it was like still a cool design. Next up, we have Wailmer and Wailord. Oh man, Dynamaxing these things would have been so funny, but sadly we never got that opportunity. Game Freak was like, no, we can't let the artists have their way. Well, actually, they did. They still made like Gigantamax Gigantamax Whirler, and that was a funny concept. Next up is a Numel and Camerupt. Numel I'm not really a fan of, but like Camerupt is a camel, like, you know, just a bigger camel with like volcanoes for its back. Like, just better. I liked it a lot. Torkoal is a great Pokemon. Torkoal is honestly my nemesis when it comes to the Generation 3. I still give it A tier because it has a cool design, and it's a very nice pick for a turtle Pokemon. The smoke coming out of it, but like fighting this thing in the ranked ladder is just like if anyone ever plays like BGC out there, they know what I'm talking about. Like this thing is a menace. Like once the Trick Room gets set up, this thing starts erupting and bam, bam, bam. Unless you got Wide Guard or something like that has like Flash Fire, yeah, you ain't living them hits. Sorry, kiddo. Spoink, I always found to be very cute for a Pokemon, to be honest. Grumpig, though, on the other hand, not really a fan of it, but I wouldn't give it like F tier category. It's still an okay design for a pig. but I just like Spoink better. Spoink cuter. Spinda, I don't know why they chose this Spinda design, but I would say for this one specifically, I give that F tier. Bro is bald as hell. Like there's like over 1 billion Spindas, and I guess like if I was to like do a tier list on all of them, we'd be here all day. This would be like a whole like hour and 25-minute video, but yeah, this Spinda looks really gross. Like, what the hell? Anyway, oh, now we get onto like one of my favorite dragon types. We have a, well, not dragon types because it's a ground type, but we do have Trapinch. Trapinch is an okay design, but Vibrava I love a lot for like, I was gonna say for a Flygon Pokemon, but then I realized that's a Pokemon. Flygon is the Pokemon, but for like a Dragonfly, like I love these Pokemon designs a lot. I like the goggle, like it looks like he's wearing safety goggles, and I just love that about Flygon. And then Vibrava, I like the way they did with his wings, like diamonds. It's just so cool. Like I like the antennas on its forehead. Just a very nice design. Cacnea and Cacturne. Cacnea is just like, for me, is like how I feel about Numel. Like, no feelings. They kind of give it that same vibe, but like their evolutionary makes up for it. So again, being a dark and grass type, not like the best typing, but overall it's like his design's really cool. He's a cactus with a hat on it, and need I say more? Swablu and Altaria though, like another good dragon type. Well, flying and then dragon. Because I love these designs a lot. It was very hard for me to choose whether I would have Swellow on my team. When I got up to the route more, it's not, I'm saying Mount Coronet, but that sounds wrong and like the wrong region at the same time. But more toward like where I was trying to head to through the game, I was like debating, should I just keep like Swellow on my team or should I keep Altaria? So like, I believe in the GBA version I had Swellow, and then when I played the remakes on the 3DS, I would always have Altaria because I just thought Altaria was cooler and cuter. I love the clouds for wings, just a nice design, and like the little antennas it's got sticking on its head. Like honestly, this, I think I mentioned this with Celebi, but like these little antennas like just remind me of how my hair looks like whenever it's windy outside. Like I always got like two little hair strings just like in that exact position for some reason. Don't know why, but just a nice design. All right, here we go again. Another team debate. Team Zangoose or Team Seviper? Me personally, I'm Team Zangoose all the way. I just love how it's a combination of a mongoose and a cat. Just great. Seviper, I don't really like this poke. Like, it's cool, but like it's not really one of like my favorite Pokemon when I think of snakes. Like we have better snakes out there, but I definitely like Zangoose a lot, to be honest. All right, here we go. Debate number 3, if I'm not mistaken. It's Team Lunatone or Team Solrock. Duck Moon versus Basketball with Spikes. My opinion, I always like the Moon better. The Sun has always been my enemy, but I wouldn't give it A tier just because like I'm not really a fan of the duck part of its mouth. Like it just looks very weird. Like you can cut the mouth off and you can just have Lunatone look like that, and like I think it looks better that way. I mean, that's just me though. I mean, like y'all could probably like the duck face, but I'm better off without it. Next up we have Barbaroach and Whiscash. Well, overall I like these designs a lot. Like I don't know what Barboach is meant to be on. It looks kind of like an eel, and then we have Whiscash the catfish, and like the mustache is just funny. I love this Pokemon design a lot. Alright, Corphish and Crawdon. Corphish and Crawdon, again, like, really good designs. Like, I love how recently I watched this episode in the Pokemon anime, subbed version, where we saw, like, Ash's Corphish, and I didn't realize this till now, but apparently this thing, like, always says, hey, whenever it's trying to, like, you know, talk. Like, you know how Pikachu was like, Pika Pika, or Pika P? And, like, this thing is like, hey, 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 and I just... I don't know. I think it went up. Honestly, I was gonna put Corphish in B tier, but I think after watching the episode, like I just like seeing. I like just imagining it saying "Hey" to me, like "Hey, Corphish." Baltoy and Claydol are up next. These Pokemon designs are, to me, very. I don't like them. Like Baltoy's okay; it's a spinning top, but then Claydol's all bulky and. Yeah, it's made out of clay, I guess that's the idea, but like it's just a more clunky like top that doesn't even spin anymore. I mean, it could spin around, but it like levitates, but like then it's not really a top, is it? I don't know. I don't really like that Pokemon design a lot, all too much. Not, I was gonna say Claydol again. No, we have a Leap and Cradily. Leap looks like he's about to do some sucking. Don't know why, but overall it's an okay design. Cradily on the other hand is just cool. I like the tentacles on its side. I like that, like the hidden face, just covered by like we'll just call it like the bulb of a sprout, more or less. Like it looks like a ninja, to be honest, when you think about it. Alright, our other fossil Pokemon was Anorith and Armaldo. Anorith is just very unsettling with those eyes. Like they don't even look like they're attached to the Pokemon for some reason, so I don't really like it too much. But it's still an decent design. I guess I would rate Anorith similar to that of like Nuzleaf, or like they're okay, but like there's always that one part that doesn't seem right. That could have been better. Armaldo on the other hand, I just like the way they did the eyes better here, and we got like the feathers on the side or scales or whatever they are. It's just like, I don't know, I just like that design a lot more, to be honest. Feebas, the better Magikarp clone, to be honest. Like that's all I'm gonna say. And my Milotic is just so pretty, and I love its design a lot in Generation 3. Like okay, the thing about Generation 3 is that they made like all the water types just have really nice designs to them. The ground type Pokemon so far have okay designs. Like I mean, still though, I think I would definitely be like more on the water side than the ground side, because that's like the main theming of the game, which we'll get into later. Alright, Cast Form's up next. Boobies. Don't know why they gave it Boobies. Boobies! I don't know. That's C tier. Not even actually. I don't know why I even bothered putting B tier. Alright, so this is another thing I'm gonna need to know from you guys down below. We have a Sun form, Frost form, Rainy Day form. I just made all those forms up. Probably wrong. Personal opinion, I'm not really a fan of the Sun, but it's still a cute design. I love Snow a lot, in all honesty, and I love the Rain. Like, the Rain one is just the cutest. Actually, let's put Snow just below that, because I think Rain is definitely Rain's superior. Haha, get it? Anyway, but still. I like the Rain more. Snow's nice, but could have been done better. And then the Sun form's just really cute, but I'm not really much of a fan of the Sun, so that's why I put it down there. But you're still cute, little buddy. Next up is Kecleon. Chameleon Pokemon. Did a pretty fine job on it, not gonna lie. Especially when you have to use like the dev scopes, I believe that's what they were called, to like just seek out some Kecleons in order to catch them. I like that design a lot. Really nice. Shuppet and Banette. Shuppet's okay. I don't know. Not really much of a fan of it. Its eyes are cool, but everything else about it I'm not really crazy about. But Banette is it feels like it's a discount Sableye, so I guess I'd give it B tier, but I still like it a lot. Next up is Duskull and Dusknoir. Duskull is just ready for Spooktober. Dusknoir is also, but like, I don't know, I'm not crazy about this design, to be completely honest. Like, I feel like it could have done better. I don't like how clunky and bulky it looks, so I'm gonna give it the C tier category. It's still an okay design, but I like Duskull because like you think it's two eyes, but then it's really just one little like red light just behind the mask, and it reminds me of Shy Guy, and I like Shy Guy a lot, so I'll put Duskull on top of Dusknoir any day. Tropius, in my opinion, a very forgettable mon, to be completely honest, but like a I was gonna say a pterodactyl, but that's not true. Oh man, what's the name of that dinosaur? Bronchosaurus, I want to say, ish. It's okay. Like the leaves for like wings and stuff like that is okay. Chimecho, or wait a minute. This is Chimecho. Chimecho's okay. It's an okay pick. Absol just had like a really good dark type design to it. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, yeah, Absol had just a better dark type designing to it, so I like that a lot better. Next up we have Wynot. Wynot and Wobbuffet are just great designs. They're so cute. Like I love Wynot. I love the island of Wynots, where you can just only find Wynots and get like some specific berries, but like, it's Wynot. Come on, man. I think Wynot is better than Wobbuffet, but like Wynot is still very cute. Alright, next up we have Snorunt. Snorunt, they did a really good job for Ice-type Pokemon for that part, in that department, but Glalie on the other hand just fell off. Like, I don't know, man, it's a Snowball with horns, and like, all this like excess like design to it, like, they tried to give it something, only for it to look kind of like really disturbing. Like, the mouth looks kind of weird. Not much of a fan of it, to be honest. But next up we have Spheal, Celio, and Walrein. Like, cute. Mustache. Fat. And like, I like Spheal. I like Celia. I mean, yeah, it's a walrus, but I think I just like their pre-evolutions a lot more than their final stage, to be honest. Alright, next up we have Clamperl. Clamperl is like in the middle for me, just like B tier category. I like it a little bit because of like the pearls and stuff. Alright, here's another team one that y'all can decide out below, in the comments below. We got Huntail versus Gorbis. I think I like Huntail a lot more, to be honest. Huntail's just cooler. Gorbis is off-putting. This thing looks like it's staring into my soul. It looks like it's like a mosquito just ready to inject that like nose into my skin. I don't know, man. I think Huntail is just funnier, and I like it a lot more. All right, next up, Relicanth. Relicanth, like water type Pokemon designs, they did pretty okay with them. Like, they were either S tier, A tier, or just like at worst B tier. Because I don't know, I'm not really, Relicanth isn't that too memorable to me, but like it's still an overall just a very nice design. Ancient fish Pokemon. Love Disc. Love Disc is just in the middle for me. It's just heart fish, that's it, nothing more to it. Pretty basic design, so I don't rate it too high and I don't rate it too low either. Bagon, Shieldon, and Salamence. Bagon, just a not like dragon types, bro. They're cool. However, though, Shieldon just I don't know, he fell like hard. I don't like Shieldon like at all. It's like Glalie. It's like they're like brothers. It's like looking into a mirror, despite one being able to kill the other, which is a simple like frost breath. But Salamence, though, I don't know why they gave it like such a long neck here. It looks like a giraffe, but overall, though, for a dragon type Pokemon and just in general, it's a really solid design. I like it a lot. Next up is Beldum, Metang, and Metagross. Beldum is just Beldum, like it's just a hand with like a baseball in it. I don't know, not crazy about it. Metang is cool. Metang got a little bit better, and then Metagross is just such a badass. I wish you can get it in the early game, but no, you have to wait till like late game to get it. It's like, ugh, why'd you make me wait this so long, bro? Why'd you make me wait so long? Alright, next up. Oh, we get into the legendaries now. Perfect. Alright. Discussion number 6. Reggie Ice, Reggie Steel, Reggie Rock. Honestly, if I had to rate them based... Well, I am rating them based on the designs, and I'm rating them based on how I feel about them. Reggie Rock I like a lot. Reggie Ice is a little bit clunky for me, so I don't really like it that much, but Reggie Steel is in the middle. Like, it's still a good design. And honestly, I just like The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, way more than like Ice Frozone over here. Oh, yay, discussion number 7. This is such a hard one for me. So we have Latios and Latias. Like, you have, like, literally, he's got a cyborg arm, and then she is just really cute. If I had to choose one, I think that Latias I like way more. But Latios should be an S tier, but if we're gonna... they're both S tier designs. Brother, sister, husband, wife, whatever they want to be. They're just so cute. I love them. Like, I definitely would rate Latias like higher than I would rate Latios, but Latios is still a cool design, like maybe just short under, but not by much. All right, Team Sapphire or Team Ruby? Here we go. We're getting to the nitty gritty of it. Honestly, you know me, water types all the way. Water types have always been ranking superior this generation so far. The big beluga whale. But Groudon's still a nice solid design despite being like Mega Blocks. But it's got a cool tail design. Like, it looks like you can like farm with it, or like, I don't know, like it looks like a rake. Like, if we just turn that tail upside down, I could just like rake stuff. But I don't know, man. I rate Kyogre way higher than I rate Groudon. Like, out of all the legendaries in this game, aside from like, say, Reggie Ice, like Groudon would definitely be like A tier of this category, if not like Azu. Alright, Well, let's see. Now we get down to the final nitty gritty. We have Rayquaza. Rayquaza is pretty okay actually. Personally, gotta give Rayquaza the S tier. Looks like Shenron, and it's cool. I love that everything about Rayquaza, but I still rate Kyogre higher on my tier list. Jirachi is so cute. Like honestly, like all the mythical Pokemon so far are all just cute designs and great. S tier for me. Now we have Deoxys. I guess we'll rate all the forms while we're here. Normal Deoxys is an okay design. Attack form Deoxys is cool. I like that a lot. Defense Deoxys is very bulky and I don't know. I'm not really a fan of that. It kind of actually looks like Hariyama. Like these two can definitely get in a tussle or something. And then we have Speed form, who is just like, I don't know what anime he looks like he's from, but he just looks really cool. Just like be able to like travel like Mach 5, Mach 10, Mach 20. I don't even know. But yeah, he's overall, I like the attack form and the speed form a lot. And yeah, that's the Gen 3 tier list. Like honestly, like Generation 3 did a really good job. Like when you look at like the ones that I decided to rate kind of down below, like not all of them were their final evolutions. Like usually they were just like basic Pokemon, I guess. But like I don't know. Like I think overall Gen 3 definitely gets like a good old 9 out of 10 in terms of Pokemon designs. Like even though I do rate some of them for F tier, doesn't mean that they're like, I don't mean like to say that they're like, I hate them, they should be extinguished and burned to flames. Like I mean, like I just don't like them. I don't really like have very fond memories of them, nor was I a fan of their design. But like they still make like, they still have like really good pre-evolutions or evolutions, except for like this Spinda. Like what the fuck? What? Who chose this Spinda? Who chose you? This is so wrong. Like I can't. All right, but overall, that's the Generation 3 tier list. You guys let me know what your favorite Generation 3 Pokemon is down in the comments below. And I will see you all in the next video. Hopefully you all have a good evening, morning, night, wherever you are, wherever it be. And without further ado, peace.